You got your license?
I done told you. Get your supervisor here.
I ain't getting my supervisor here.
Well,
so are you don't give me your identification?
I've made that clear.
Well, listen, either you're going to give it to me or you're going to go to jail.
If you want to take me to jail for that, then that'll open you up for a lawsuit.
Jail.
Well, then that'll open for a tag light. Well, go ahead.
I want you to go to work.
Then let me go.
No, just give me your license.
No, I'm not giving you my license. You don't have a reason to have my license. I did not break any laws.
Oh, man, why do you got to make it like this?
Because you pulled me over at 4:30 in the morning to make it like this.
Okay, you're really starting to irk my nerve here.
See this officer getting physical? I'm asking for a supervisor. I've been asking for a supervisor.
We ain't got a supervisor that can come out right now.
I've been asking for a supervisor, sir.
Well, you've been watching too much YouTube.
No, you've not been watching enough.
On March 2nd, 2025, at 3 o'clock in the morning, Brian Marshall was on his way to work in Bluefield, West Virginia, when an officer from the Bluefield Police Department initiated a traffic stop. The officer first says that the reason for the traffic stop is that Brian doesn't have any lights illuminating his license plate. He quickly pivots from that excuse to another, now saying that Brian was speeding, although his radar wasn't operational. When it's clear to this Bluefield cop that Brian isn't going to comply with any of his unlawful orders or buy any of his lies, the officer gives one final ultimatum: get out of the car or go to jail. But that final ultimatum evolves into a new ultimatum: go to jail regardless and get assaulted on the way. Brian was ultimately arrested for failure to produce a license to a police officer. This video is insane, but it doesn't stop there. In an effort to pursue justice, Brian posted the video on his social media page. Bluefield Police made Brian's employer aware of the video and the stop. Brian was later terminated from his job. Let's jump into the video.
Care if I open the door?
Yeah, I do. Don't open my door.
Hey, how are you?
Don't open my door.
You gonna be like that? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, reach out. How are you?
I was doing good until you interrupted my trip to work. What's your name and badge number, officer?
I'm Officer Burton, 224.
224?
You have your license, registration, everything.
For what reason? Why'd you pull me over?
Tag lights.
Tag lights? I got a tag light.
Tag lights ain't showing your tag.
Well, it is. My right tag light's on.
You got your license.
You was pointing the other way. What was the reason pulling me over?
You got your license registration.
I do have a license registration.
Can I get it, please?
I have a tag light that's illuminating my tag. That's not a reason to pull me over.
I'm gonna burst everyone's bubble right now. Cops lie. Now do your best to conceal the shock of that truth bomb. This, in fact, is a tactic that's employed by police all the time, all over the nation. They'll tell you that the reason they pulled you over is that your brake light is out, or that the light illuminating your license plate is not working. Most of the time, you'll never even check for yourself. You'll just fork over your ID. Always ask them if you can get out of the car and observe it yourself, and if you can take your camera to make sure that you can take photographic or video evidence of the faulty equipment. 9 times out of 10, you'll be very surprised to see that brake light is in perfect working order, and that license plate light is in fact illuminating. And then they'll tell you, well, it wasn't working before I pulled you over. Brian's gonna do just that. And you might be saying to yourself, well, why would a cop lie and pull me over and say it's a brake light if my brake light's working? It's very simple. A police officer needs reasonable articulable suspicion or probable cause that you have been, are currently in the commission of, or are about to commit a felony, misdemeanor, ordinance violation, or traffic moving violation to be able to pull you over to begin with. A lot of the times, cops don't have that reasonable articulable suspicion, but police believe the law can work backwards. The ends justify the means, so to speak. So if they get a good look at you and decide that you're someone that might be involved in crime, well, they'll make up a reason just to make contact.
It's not illuminating your tag.
It is.
It's not.
Can I get out and look?
You're more than welcome to get out and look.
I was following traffic 55 mile an hour because I made 55. I was following traffic because I got cans in the back. I did go over 55. I don't want anything blowing out.
Just give me your license registration. So it make this easy and go on for today. Okay?
No, I'm not.
So Brian gets out of the car, sees that his tag light's working, and the cop did exactly what I said the cop was going to do. He said, oh, it wasn't working before. Obviously, at this point, Brian's car is in good and working order. And legally, it's roadworthy, so Brian should be on his way. But don't forget, it was never about a license plate light. This cop wanted Brian's ID. So when the license plate light excuse doesn't work anymore, it's time to pivot to a new alleged infraction.
You ain't gonna give me a license registration?
No, you pulled me over for...
Listen.
I am listening. I know my First and Fourth Amendment rights.
Okay, that's fine.
I'm not giving up my Fourth Amendment right. I'm recording you, too.
That's fine. You got your license registration?
No.
You ain't gonna give me none of it?
No.
Listen, do you want to go to work or not?
Yeah, and that's where I plan on going, because I have done nothing wrong. You was pointing the other way. You had no way of seeing my tag light.
I could see your tag light.
No, you couldn't. Then you lied and said I was doing 62.
You was doing 62.
I was following 4 vehicles. Show me on radar I was doing 62.
I'm not showing you none of that.
No, it's because you can't.
Okay. All right, you got your license.
I done told you. Get your supervisor here.
I ain't getting my supervisor here.
Well,
so are you gonna give me your
no,
identification?
I've made that clear.
Well, listen, either you're going to give it to me or you're going to go to jail.
Well, if you want to take me to jail for that, then that'll open you up for a lawsuit.
I don't want to take you to jail.
Well, then that'll open for a tag light? Well, go ahead.
I want you to go to work.
Then let me go.
Now, I'm watching this traffic stop, and it infuriates me. And when cops violate the law, engage in road piracy, and try to make you a victim for their own gain, I believe they should get the verbal judo every time. In fact, this is what I think every traffic stop video should look like. This was sent in to me by a subscriber named Pat Burke.
Patrick, there you go.
Tyrant son of a fuck you.
Do you have any questions or anything?
Yeah, yourself.
Okay, just
I had my seatbelt on, you stupid son of a.
you're more than welcome to argue that.
You, I'm telling you, off.
Okay, I'm saying that you
You're
have
a tyrant.
Okay, well, if you have any questions...
Yeah, I got a question.
Yep.
Who give you the piece of tyrant bad you got, you lying?
It's just the law.
It's just the law for you to lie.
I'm not lying. Why would I?
You always lie.
Okay.
You bunch of lying, thieving motherfucking tyrant son of a bitch.
That's just good for the soul. Some people use meditation, yoga, reading, a movie. I use that video as my relaxation technique. And that's why cops, like the cop that's dealing with Brian, get treated the way that they get treated. They're playing a good old-fashioned game of around and find out.
No, just give me your license.
No, I'm not giving you my license. You don't have a reason to have my license. I did not break any laws.
Oh, man, why do you got to make it like this?
Because you pulled me over at 4:30 in the morning to make it like this.
Okay, for one, you was doing 62.
No, I wasn't.
For another
No, I
one...
wasn't. You're a liar.
Did you just...
You're a liar. I'm sitting here looking at my speedometer. Okay. I'm following 4 cars. I'm doing 55 on purpose.
All right. I'm not going
to... I don't know. You're wrong. And you know you're lying.
Hop on out, boss. You just won't give me your license?
No.
460, right before state line. You want to make it hard, you got it. There's no need in doing all this.
I invoke my Fifth Amendment rights. I'm not answering no more questions.
You got a job you got to go to.
I do.
And
I'm not answering no more questions.
Job going to work.
I'm not answering any more questions, sir. I'm being polite with you. You pulled me over for no reason. You're claiming that I was doing 62 and I wasn't. Okay. I know for a fact I wasn't. Call your supervisor here.
I'm not calling my
Call your supervisor here. I did not give it. I do not. No.
Listen,
I'm not.
I don't want to make all this difficult for you and everything.
I'm not giving up my Fourth Amendment rights to illegal search and seizure.
I can see all that. I'm not searching your car. I can care.
You're not taking my license. That's illegal search and seizure.
Well, I'm about to take you to jail, and I don't really care at this point. So either you don't give me your identification, or you're going to jail. One or two. You could either. Under
duress, I'm gonna give this officer my license, and I'm gonna file a complaint with Bluefield Police Department for this.
That's fine.
There's my license. I'm presenting my license. That's all I have to. No, you want to make it hard? Listen, take a picture of it, write it down.
I'm not taking a picture.
Then there's my license. That's all I have to do is present it to you.
Like this.
You're making it like this. I'm within my legal rights right now, and you know it.
Now, this cop has been playing games since he pulled Brian over, but cops probably never liked playing games as a kid on the playground. Because they only like to be the one playing the games. They don't like when the tables are turned and the script gets flipped. West Virginia state law is very clear that a driver must only present their identification. Nowhere in the law does it say you must physically turn your identification over to police. You must only make it visible in its presentation so the police officer can call in the information on the license itself. Brian is well within his legal limits, and he's been an involuntary participant in this cop's stupid road pirate game. Now Brian flips the script, and it's just going to be too much for this cop to bear.
Yes. You know I'm within my legal rights. All I have to do I not only have to present you my license?
No, you gotta give me your license.
No, I don't.
I'm not sitting here going to do all this. Give me a license. No. Don't be like this.
No, you made it like this.
Here.
No.
Hop out of here.
Don't you? No.
Don't you fucking do that. You better hop out of here. I'm telling you right now. Listen, man.
This part is extremely telling. The cop looks, sees the camera, as if he's forgot it's been rolling the whole time. The realization comes crashing down. He's on film assaulting someone and quickly pulls his head out.
My license to you. I presented my license to you.
Now, any defense attorney is going to rip this cop apart. If you did nothing wrong and you knew you were well within your police officer powers, when you noticed the camera, why did you immediately exit the vehicle? There's no better admission of guilt than that. But in for a penny, in for a pound. This cop has already fabricated a traffic stop, violated a citizen's Fourth Amendment rights, opened the door without warrant for entry, and is now physically assaulting somebody. The best thing he can hope for is to get this guy out of the car, continue to brutalize him, arrest him, and then steal his camera, hoping that that part never gets to evidence. And stay tuned, because he's going to do just that.
You're really starting to irk my nerve here.
See this officer getting physical?
21.
Officer getting physical with me.
Hurry up.
No, he's ripping my uniform off of me.
You really don't be like his boss.
He's physically assaulting me.
Which one you want?
Now he's threatening to pepper spray me.
All right.
Under duress of pepper spray, I'm presenting my license.
Hop out. I'm telling you, hop out. Hop out. I'm not playing all this. I'm gonna sit here and hold on to the steering wheel and everything else. Hop out.
Because you're trying to jerk me out of my vehicle.
Hop out.
I've done nothing wrong this morning. No. Get your supervisor here.
I'm telling you.
Get your supervisor here.
I swear to God.
Get your supervisor here before you really spray me and mess up. Now, I'm peacefully going to work, doing nothing. You've turned this into this.
You have. All right, get out. Get out.
You gonna get your supervisor here? I'm out. I'm asking for a supervisor. I've been asking for a supervisor.
We ain't got a supervisor that can come out right now.
I've been asking for a supervisor, sir.
Well, you've been watching too much YouTube.
No, you've not been watching enough.
Okay. Come on.
No.
Don't you fucking...
Officer.
You holding on to that steering wheel, ain't you?
Got me by the throat.
Move it. I'm telling you right now, boss man.
Hey, man. No, sir. Get out the car. He is. Y'all are assaulting me. Sir. Sir. You are assaulting me.
Get out or I'm gonna pepper spray you right now.
Okay, let go. I'll get out. I'll get out. I'll get out. Get out.
In breaking news, Bluefield, West Virginia has a profanity ordinance, making it illegal to use cuss words. Both of these officers just swore, so they were unable to finish the traffic stop as they arrested each other for breaking the law, because this guy hadn't. Just kidding. Yeah, they didn't arrest each other. They can break the law as much as they want. Back to this guy getting brutalized.
Put your hands on. Okay, let me put my flop on.
This cop's actions were caught on camera, so now it's time to dispose of the evidence. The police officer reaches in the vehicle, grabs the camera, and takes it with him. Now, after an arrest, police officers have the legal and lawful ability to conduct a vehicle inventory. That gives them the right to catalog everything that's inside the vehicle. Some might be used for evidence, but mostly it's used to make sure that everything that was in the car when the car was taken is still inside the car when the suspect gets their property back. The key part of this information, all of the property stays inside the vehicle. The only property that's ever physically removed or collected is the property in the suspect's pockets that gets put into an evidence bag. This cop didn't catalog the camera. He straight up took it with him. Thankfully, this cop was as stupid as he looks, and he was not able to figure out how to delete the video evidence. So now the entire world and you, we the people, have it. And Bluefield Police Department in Bluefield, West Virginia, we're watching you. We're watching your actions, and we will hold you accountable by all legal means at our disposal. I've put in a request for body camera footage. I'm told they don't have any. And that makes sense. That's why this cop was so emboldened. He knew that he could do whatever he wanted without fear of reprisal or ever getting caught. Until one pesky citizen decided to record him. And at that point, when it came to the driver's civil rights, all bets were off. Make sure to subscribe to Brian Marshall. His original video and channel link are in the description of this one. Also check out Pat Burke. His channel link will be in there too, because everyone should get a little bit of relaxation by watching Pat tell this cop off. If this video is proof of anything, it's that this right here is still, and will always be, a career killer. Until next time, that's the reason I stopped you today.